Hi guys, today I want to talk about food addiction. It's real. This is a real thing. It is not something that it's you throw on yourself about, oh, I'm weak. No, food addiction is an epidemic. In fact, our food's been designed to not make us healthier, but make us eat more. We have a gene that makes us want, or really, actually, it's about survival. Our body requires the sweetest foods and the fattest. It goes back to the paleo days, where the sweetest foods were the ones that were the most rich in nutrients, because a plant would not really send out all these flavor particles in this plant until it was fully ripe, so that we would eat them, knowing that that is the point that it reached its maximum nutrition, soaking up all the minerals from the ground and all the photosynthesis from the sun to create us the best, healthiest food. This is something we have. We didn't need directions when we were in the forest. We knew if it tasted good, we were going to eat it. Natural. Also with animals. The fattest animals were always the healthiest. We didn't hunt down the skinny, scrawny, sick animal. We took the healthiest, the fattest, the one that tasted the best. Once again, we didn't need an instruction book. The genes were in us to know this. Now, take us several thousand years later, and it's a perfect storm because we can take laboratory foods and really speak to those genes so that it can bypass the whole brain. The brain knows that we want the apple more than the brownie, but the gene says, wait a minute, isn't the sweetest and the fattest the healthiest food? Because the tongue says, boom, boom, that's it. This must be healthy. So we automatically crave the sweetest and fattest. That's how we've been designed. Now what we find is the sweetest and fattest really, in fact, is not the most nutritious. It's the worst. It's actually what's killing us. 75% of all diseases are due to this trickery of this gene. 75% of all diseases can actually be fixed with diet. I'll have case scenarios where I'll look at my patient and I'll say, oh my gosh, we can fix this. Oh, this is great news. We can even eventually be off the medications. And here's the diet that's required to do that. The patient's excited. Oh, yes, this is great. All I have to do is eat this, and it's going to really put me back into where I felt when I was 20 again. I didn't have brain fog. I wasn't so exhausted. I wasn't looking at the blood work and seeing that, yes, I have diabetes. Yes, I have insulin resistant. I have all these issues. It's actually making me feel as if it's going to work. This can happen. But then food comes in the picture. It's the doggone food. They can't rip themselves from it. Even when you show them, this food is killing you. The whole point of this is even when you're giving somebody all the facts, it comes down to, why is it that we want these foods? Why is it that we can't stop eating the very foods that are causing us to be sick? Now, I don't believe in conspiracy, but if you just were to look at the facts and you were to say, wow, okay, so that we have a food environment that has perfectly been orchestrated to have us want these very foods that eventually make us dependent on pharmaceuticals, because that's what's going to eventually happen. And this whole microbiome, even our body's designed, if we can depend on these foods, we want more of them. We actually begin to crave them. They become who we are, what we want. We don't even like the foods that taste good and can make us well. And my patients will tell me, I want to do these things, Myrna. I really want to be part of this health reform you're talking about. But I have to eat, and it's too hard in this environment. The point is, we have to really come together, I think, as a health community. I think even saying to ourselves, one thing that we can do every day that takes us out of the direction of food addiction and puts us more into the direction of empowerment. Even deciding that you're going to go for a walk, even making that one decision, I'm going to actually eat 2 cups of raw green vegetables. I'm going to do one thing that's going to actually turn it around, even if I don't want to, is a step away from food addiction and a step more towards self-empowerment. Okay, guys, until next time. See ya.